Do you want to study English in London, UK? Hi, and welcome to our live stream Study English at Camp St. Mary's, London. My name is Augusto Amante. I'm Recruitment Manager for Global Studies, and I want to tell you that Global Studies is an educational agency which helps you to apply to different destinations. If you want to apply to the UK, Canada, Spain, Italy, United States, Lithuania, Germany, Ireland, and many other destinations, you just have to contact us. You have here our WhatsApp number, our email address, and don't forget to follow us in our social media. You can find us as Global Studies UK in Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, and you will know more about the different partners and the programs and courses that they can offer you. And now, I'm glad to present you to Mark Cook. Hi, Mark, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you very much.
Well, I want to tell you that Mark Cook is head of summer camps. Mark currently works for St. Mary's University in Southwest London, overseeing their English summer camp in 2026. His route here has been him employed by 3 different language providers since 2001 in a variety of roles, but always involved with young learner programs, focusing on residential summer camps. Mark's experience has seen him as a teacher, center camp manager, head of summer schools, chief operating officer, and managing director. In a previous life, he was a stage actor for around 10 years, having graduated from an accredited drama school in London. Well, Mark, it is a pleasure for us to have you here with us. And I want to tell the people that is watching us today that if they have questions, please, after Mark's presentation, with his help, we will be ready to answer your questions.
Sure.
Please, Mark, go on and tell us about the different programs that Camp St. Mary's London can offer us, please.
Okay, absolutely. Well, let's just move on then. Well, thanks for joining the webinar about Camp St. Mary's, a teenage English language summer camp in the UK. And these words, speak better, think better, be better. This is really how we want our students to be, this is the result, the outcome that we want for our students. It's very important that the students have a great and positive time. So who are we? Well, let's move on to running the programme from St. Mary's University in London, in southwest London. And we are probably the only university running a summer camp for teenagers directly that's not via a third party. As was just said there, I've been in the summer camp industry for over 20 years in various roles. I will never say I know everything, but I do have extensive experience in this field. So this is what we will look at over the next 20 minutes or so. So our mission, what's included, the campus, the program, our academic overview, something about transfers, and then hopefully we'll have a little bit of time at the end for questions. So our mission is to provide teenagers with a dynamic and immersive summer camp experience in London in a safe environment where they can develop their English language skills, build confidence, and connect with international peers while exploring British culture through engaging activities, real-life communication, and unforgettable city adventures. So we will see in the coming slides how we can achieve this. Firstly, what's included? Well, it's an all-inclusive package. We offer an arrivals lounge to check-in service, meaning that we look after students the whole time they are here. And the program includes full board accommodation, full activity program, 24-hour pastoral care and on-site security, That's 3 meals a day with the full board accommodation and group airport transfers. If you are an individual, there is a modest supplement for the transport to and from the university. So let's talk about the campus. The university is based in Strawberry Hill, which is part of Twickenham. If anybody out there are rugby fans, then Twickenham is the home of rugby. And these are all in the borough of Richmond upon Thames, which amongst all the 32 boroughs in Greater London, it is statistically the safest borough in Greater London. So I know that parents are very careful about where they want to send their students, but we can tell you that this is a very safe part of London. The campus isn't big, and you could walk across it in less than 10 minutes. This means that the students don't feel overwhelmed in a strange place, and all the facilities on site are very, very walkable in a short period of time. There's no need to walk 15 minutes to the classrooms or the cafeteria. There are a lot of university campuses out there that are very, very big, but this is not one of them. The campus is only about 20 minutes or so from London Heathrow, so that means that we've only got a short transfer after a potentially long flight. So we go to London by train for our excursions, so it's convenient that we are less than 10 minutes, 8 minutes there, from the train station, which takes us into the centre of London in about 35 to 40 minutes. At the centre of the campus is the large refectory, where students have their meals. On excursions, we give packed meals, because obviously we don't want to go into London, come back for lunch, go back into London. We also have, quite conveniently, an Amazon collection box on site. So that means that if there are parents who want to send something to their student, then it's much easier to send it to an Amazon collection box rather than maybe to the university post room. So that's quite a useful facility there. We have 7 different accommodation houses. They're all on site and they're all close to all of the facilities. All rooms are single with either ensuite bathrooms or shared bathrooms. The shared bathrooms tend to be a ratio of between 1 to 6, 1 to 8, depending on how full we are. We provide all the bedding, but you will need to bring towels, hand towels and bath towels. If students want to wash clothes, I mean, more often than not, students come in a big suitcase and that's normally got 2 weeks of clothes in it. But if they do want to wash their favourite shirts or trousers, then there is an on-site laundry, and that's got a very small charge of a few pounds. And what normally happens is that students share the laundry with a friend, so it's even cheaper. The campus has university standard sports facilities. So you can see actually in that picture, the top right picture, that is a huge 3 tennis court size hall. And we can separate that out into different things. So if we want to play tennis on one and football in another, and then say volleyball in another, we can separate this out. It's a really, really good facility for us to have. And we have that most evenings. We also have a large basketball hall on selected evenings. So if you've got basketball fans there, then we can play basketball as well. In addition to that, we've got lecture rooms and we have a theatre, we've got social spaces, we have an on-site cafe. We've got a lot of space for students to interact with each other, because I think that one of the greatest parts of an international summer school is to meet people from all over the world. And that is something that you will definitely do at our camp, and make friends for life. In the evening, we have lots of non-sporting activities as well, such as disco, karaoke, casino games, trash fashion, dodgeball, and many more. Our job is to keep everybody active, engaged, and interested for the whole time. The programme. So you can come for 13 or 14 nights. Most people come for 14 nights. But we do offer 13 nights in case the dates work better for you. It will mean that if you do come for 30 nights, you will not miss a lesson. You will just miss one full day excursion, which would either be to London or to an amusement park. And then we've got full day lessons and full day excursions. I will show you a timetable in a minute to show you how that works. So that means we have 5 full day lessons, 7 full day excursions. In the middle of the program, we have a free day, and I mean that's free from lessons or our excursions. If you want to do a different excursion, or if you just want to stay on campus, then we can do that. But any excursion on that day would be an extra cost. We run a zigzag timetable. Again, I'll show you that in a minute when we get to the timetable itself. And as I said before, in the evening, social and sports activities. So a typical day would either be all-day lessons and evening activities, or an all-day excursion with those evening activities. We have 2 excursion programs, and they're very similar, really. One's called Traditional, one's called Premier. The Premier has just got 3 more paid entrances, so it means you go to Madame Tussauds, London Bridge, London Dungeon, Tower Bridge, and Thorpe Park. Actually, that should be 4 more paid entrances. The package price, everything is included in our price. So you don't really have anything else to worry about. There are no registration fees, no entrances. Both of the programs, when you do come to us, you will get to see so much of London. You'll get the London Eye, Hard Rock Cafe, all of the main museums. You'll get tours, walking tours of central London. You'll see Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, a bit of shopping in Oxford Street. Everything that you want to see in London, you'll get to see that with us. And you'll be accompanied all of the time by our staff. They're not tour guides, but they are there, if you think of them as a tour manager, if you like, and they will be there to make sure we get everywhere we need to go at the right time. And if we need tickets, they will have them. So we look after you all the time that we are in London. As I said, the excursions are fully accompanied by our staff. We accompany everything. So we've got leaders for the activities and also teachers in class. And we also have a management team on site to make sure the program runs well. If there are any problems, any issues, anything that isn't quite right, then we've got people there on site who will help you. I will also be around for most of the summer as well. So if there's something that happens and it can't be solved by the management team, then I'll be there to help. So our on-site activities get organised and supervised by our staff. What's very important is that we follow strict recruitment processes, and everyone is checked and they're all trained before the students arrive. So everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Let's have a look at the program. So here's the timetable showing what we do and when we do it. We split the school in half. So on one day, one half of the school do lessons and the other half go into London. And then the day after that, they'll swap over. It means that we can manage excursions into London much more easily. And in the evening, everybody is together. So the capacity of the school is around about 350, 360 students. So by splitting in half, it just makes it much easier for transport and walking around. And you can see there that you've got an A shift and a B shift. And that just shows you which half of the program you'll be in. And then that's the second week of the timetable. Again, you can see here exactly where you will go and what you will do on any given day. Let's have a quick look at the academic overview. So students will do 5 days of 6 hours, which equals 30 hours. So that's about 15 hours per week. To save time, we send out a placement test for students to complete online. And on the first lesson, teachers will carry out a check of the students speaking and listening, just to make sure that whatever level you're in is the correct level for you. But the program is a very, very communicative program. The curriculum is being written at the moment by 2 authors who are very well experienced in young learner camps and know exactly how to get the best out of the students. We'll also give you a certificate of attendance and a report, and the report is written by the teacher for each individual student. And of course, we'll supply all the learning materials. We're writing a course book at the moment, and you will have a copy of that to take home. And so mum and dad can see it and see what you've been doing. Our English course is called Future English because we want students to use English as a tool and not just to study it from an academic viewpoint. We don't accept beginners or elementary students because we believe that a good level of English is needed. So we're looking at A2 to C1 levels. If you're C2, even better, but that's what we want really for our levels and for our classes on the academic program. We have a bespoke course book. So as I said to you before, it's being written now. We think that really what you want are lessons in English, not English lessons. I'm sure many people have English lessons back home, but you want something a little bit different here. You want to be able to use that English in various ways. So we'll be looking at critical thinking, projects, tasks, public speaking, all of those things that will allow you to express yourself and to interact with your peers. And of course, our teachers will be qualified. They will comply with the British Council accreditation. We are accredited by the British Council for the teaching of English, and we will follow their all of their criteria, of which there is a lot. And then we just have a quick look here about our transfers and transport. We look after our students from the moment you walk in, the arrivals lounge, until you check in on your departure. We use private coaches or taxis to get them to and from the university. And as I said before, we go to London on the train. We have a meet and greet service at the airport so that when you do come through, there'll be a member of staff or a representative there to guide you to the transport and get you to St Mary's University. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Any questions, please? If we've got time, I don't know.
Thank you, Mark, for this presentation. And yes, please, we do have some questions. Please, could you tell us when students finish the programs, they do receive some certification?
Sorry, say the last part again. Certification?
Yes. When students finish the program with you, do they receive some certification?
Yeah, they will receive a certificate of attendance from St Mary's University. I mean, it's obviously not a St Mary's University degree, but it is a St Mary's University certificate for the teaching of it, for being on an English course.
No, perfect. Mark, please, there is another question. Do you have tests to certify the students' levels? And do you prepare students for tests?
So we obviously we give the test, we give the students a test before they arrive. So we would send you a link, and then they can do it at home. It's about a 20-minute test, and then we assess them as well a little bit in their very first lesson, just to make sure they are where we want them to be. We don't really do any specific training for specific exams like Oxford or Cambridge, really. We're looking very much at this program, and certainly the course, the English course, at something very bespoke and communicative rather than something a little bit more academic. We know that a lot of students can do those academic courses even back home, but what we want to offer them is something that they can't have back home.
Thank you, Mark. And please, could you tell us about the starting dates
Oh yes,
for your programs?
Yeah, sure. Just at the end, I suddenly realised I haven't told you when. Okay, so the whole program starts on Wednesday, the 1st of July, and it ends on the 12th of August. Again, a Wednesday. The program is designed around 3 2-week slots, so you can come on the 1st of July, the 15th of July, or the 29th of July. And you can, you leave 13 or 14 nights after each of those starting dates. But it is a Wednesday arrival and a Wednesday or Tuesday departure. So hopefully flights will be a little bit easier to get and they'll be a little bit cheaper.
Thank you, Mark. And please, the last question. How long in advance the students have to register to start the program with you?
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I would say that what generally happens in this industry is that a lot of bookings start to come in from the beginning of January. And we will be accepting bookings right up until May, subject to availability, of course, subject to whether or not we have space for people. As I mentioned before, we have 2 different room types, standard or ensuite. But people can register up until May, but I would really suggest maybe booking a little bit earlier. I've got a lot of partners who are very keen on coming. Let me just tell you that we've got people from Argentina, Italy, Spain, Brazil, Turkey, Serbia, Portugal. So we've got a lot of Ukraine, Greece. We've got a lot of people coming from various places. China, maybe, Japan. So you will be meeting people from other countries, don't worry. And speaking English to them.
Now, I suppose this is an excellent experience to study at Camps and Marys London, because you can meet a lot of people from around the world.
Exactly. Finally, one other thing I would say is that if there are people out there who are thinking of studying at an English university, for example, and they may be 16 or 17 years of age, this would be a perfect opportunity for them to come along and do a summer camp, but also to understand what it is to be on a university campus. And maybe they might love St Mary's so much that they want to come and study their undergraduate degree here the following year or a couple of years later.
Oh, yes, Mark. That is an excellent experience for the students, and an excellent way to know about the UK and the educational system, and to be prepared to access to university too.
Sorry?
No.
I know. Yeah.
Yes, that is an excellent way to be prepared, to prepare all the skills necessary to access to university and get an excellent experience with a lot of people that you can meet in St Mary's, in Camp St Mary's London.
Very much so.
Mark, thank you for the information and for answering the questions, and thank you to all the people who was today with us. Don't forget to apply today to Camp St Mary's London. Contact us, contact Global Studies, and ask for your free guidance session. We are happy to help you, and we will be happy to help you to apply. And Mark, really, again, thank you.
No, thank you very much, everybody out there in all the corners of the world. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you, Mark. We will see you again in another live stream, I think.
Okay.
Bye-bye.